Hey there, Latin 3. This is 66 Big D, the Millionaire's Autobiography, continued, finished off, essentially, for this chapter. So, he's going on and on and on about his fortune, and then it gets even weirder. After I began to own more than my entire country, my entire homeland owns, I took my hand off the tablet. And that means, I took myself out of business. In fact, I took myself out of business and began to finance freedmen. So if a former slave comes to him, because he was a former slave, he's like, yes, here's some money, go and build something. And indeed, an astrologer encouraged me when I didn't want to do any business. An astrologer who had come by chance to our little town, a little Greek man named Serapa. He was an advisor to the gods. This man told me things even that I had forgotten. He showed me everything from thread and needle. He knew my guts. He knew me better than most, right? The only thing that he hadn't told me is what I had for dinner the previous day. And I love this because he knew my guts. So the one thing he would know if he knew your guts was what you had for dinner. So this is what we call a huckster. This is a shyster who's come to town, he sees a money mark and he's going to con him. And it's easy to do. It's like having a cold read. And if we're in class together, I'll do a cold read for one of you. It's a lot of fun. Anyway, meanwhile, while Mercury watched over me, I built this house. Now, Mercury is the god of commerce as well as travel, and yes, once in a while he'll deliver a message, but he's a god of commerce. As you know, it was a little hut, and now it is a temple. It has 4 dining rooms, 20 bedrooms, 2 marble porticos, a dining room above, the room in which I myself sleep, a sitting room for this viper, he points to his wife, a very good room for the doorkeeper. Remember, the doorkeeper has to live right there by the door. And the lodgings just captivate the guests, or capture the guests. In short, when Scaurus came here, he preferred to be lodged nowhere else. Okay? And he has a family place by the shore. So he lives in a resort town. He's like, this guy owns like a really nice place right there on the ocean. He wanted to stay with me. And there are many other things, which I'll show you right away. Trust me, if you have a penny is what you're worth. You are judged by what you have. So your friend who was once a frog is now a king. So even back then, rich people were super out of touch with how the world works, and they were made fun of in poetry. So that is the end of the story of Trimalchio. It's a lot of fun. I hope that you enjoyed it. Please make sure you do all of the reading comprehension questions because they are worth doing. All right, I'm going to hit the button.